Good evening and welcome to the National Honor Society induction ceremony. Tonight's ceremony will be live streamed. This evening consists of a guest speaker and the induction of NHS members. We are pleased to have Dr. Timothy Gilson as our guest speaker tonight. Dr. Gilson graduated from Oelwein High School in 1982. His academic record includes a BA in teaching from the University of Northern Iowa, a master's degree in educational administration from Northwest Missouri State University, an associate in superintendency and doctorate in educational leadership from the University of Northern Iowa. Dr. Gilson began his teaching and coaching career in both Wisconsin and Iowa and was also employed in the manufacturing sector in Sheraton, Iowa. Dr. Gilson returned to teaching in Seymour, Iowa, where he later became the secondary principal and activities director. In 1994, Dr. Gilson had the opportunity to return to Oelwein, where he became the OHS principal, serving in that role until 2006. At the University of Northern Iowa, Dr. Gilson works with aspiring principals and has held the position of program coordinator and department head. Besides his work with aspiring principals, Dr. Gilson also works with teachers in overseas schools through a graduate program he began in 2013. Dr. Gilson is a past board member and president of the Mercy Hospital Board of Directors, as well as a former member of the Oelwein Exchange Club. He is active in the Knights of Columbus and continues his work as a member of the Oelwein Civil Service Commission. Dr. Gilson's love of Oelwein athletics was evident through his work as the voice of the Huskies for Friday night football games, as well as many summer baseball games. Dr. Gilson is married to Catherine, a second-grade Title I reading teacher at Wings Park Elementary, and has two children, both proud grads of OHS. Courtney is a school psychologist with Central Rivers AEA in Cedar Falls, and Taylor works for Business Solver in Des Moines. Please join me in welcoming our speaker, Dr. Timothy Gilson.
And that was a long. Who wrote that, Isabella? Thank you for that warm welcome, and Mrs. Kane, thanks for the invite. When she first asked me, and we worked out the schedule, there were four things that I thought about, and bear with me for a second because this will validate the fact that 85% of what somebody worries about or thinks about never happens or never needs to be a concern. So first of all, I thought about the times when Mrs. Kane and I sat in my office going through potential speakers for National Honor Society and the strict vetting process that we had. And I thought, man, what has happened to that vetting process? The second thing I thought about was I've been teaching online via Zoom from my basement for 13 months. Waist up. And I thought, man, am I going to have to wear a pair of dress pants? No tie. And then the third thing I thought about was something I was talking with a few folks out in the lobby before I started tonight, and that was that I have a tendency sometimes to ad-lib. Ad-lib gets long. Mrs. Kane gave me 4.5 minutes, so I'm sticking to a script. And honestly, the fourth thing I thought about was the only one that really matters. And that is, what do you say to a group of young people that have already achieved so much in their lives? And then the more I thought about it, the more I realized that it really doesn't matter who says it or what they say, but we need to let them understand what it is they've accomplished, help them understand the great things that they've already done, and then use that to propel them for their future. And I think that's what I hope can be the message. In my previous position as the Oelwein High School principal, I remember vividly the intense conversations sitting at the table surrounded by members of the National Honor Society Selection Committee. And these are faculty, and I'm assuming that's still the way that it's done. And I remember that my own role was quite limited. share information about students when asked, but otherwise allow faculty to provide input regarding the candidacy of each individual that was brought forth based on a previous set of standards. And I share that with you simply to remind you of one very important thing. You are here not because of some preordained selection process without specific requirements or expectations. You are here because of what you have done thus far in your high school career, and because that sets you apart from others. And that you should never forget. The process is tough, and the fact that you are here selected by your faculty committee as worthy of induction into this school's National Honor Society should be applauded and celebrated. Yes, you have the grades, or you would not have made that selection committee's short list. And trust me, having worked now in higher education for almost 15 years, I am fully aware of just how much grades equate to scholarships, and scholarships equate to, for far too many students, even the basic opportunity to attend higher education. So yes, grades can be a major factor regarding what happens next for each of you. However, in my opinion, it's the other attributes of your character and leadership that you will be remembered for, and will have the largest impact on what you truly become as an individual. It's safe to say that your parents raised you to always do well academically in school. And yes, you've succeeded in doing that. But they also raised you to be someone with high morals, a sound work ethic, and an unmatched character. High morals and at least a pretty darn good work ethic help land you here tonight. So then what is unmatched character? Certainly a lot of definitions for unmatched character, but I'm going to provide a couple of quotes and hopefully some context that has some meaning. It does to me. President Abraham Lincoln once said, "Character is like a tree and reputation like its shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, and the tree is the real thing." Now, if you've just heard that for the first time, which maybe you have, think about that for just a minute. Character is like a tree, reputation like its shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, and the tree is the real thing. So what's that mean? You will leave this school with a reputation, and one that I can only assume is a pretty darn good one. I read the papers, I watch the social media blogs. I know that the great things and accolades that come out of this school are represented in large part by a lot of the young people sitting in this room tonight. People will remember your reputation on the sports fields, the courts, the fall musical, perhaps the Division I at solo and ensemble contest. They'll remember what you might have that you might have qualified for the state track meet, or were selected to a leadership role in the FFA. Lincoln believed that these accolades were really your shadow and not truly who you are. In other words, the real thing. I'll use Lincoln's statement as a segue to a quote that builds on what he stated and provides perhaps a bit more meaning, as it's a quote that I think many of you have heard before and comes from somebody that I think a lot of us have heard of and know, legendary coach John Wooden. Wooden said the true test of one's character is what that person does when no one is watching. To me, and I would argue Lincoln would agree, this is the tree or the real thing. What do you do when no one is watching? Someone with unmatched character displays this by doing things not for their reputation, but because it's simply the right or the kind thing to do. And these acts are embedded in your persona, who you are. This, in my opinion, is one of the key hallmarks of the NHS Selection Committee, and more importantly, what you will become long after you leave these halls. I would also be remiss if I didn't talk about leadership, the leadership that has gotten you here and the leadership that we hope propels you to the next levels in your life. This world is full of plenty of people in leadership positions. In leadership positions. The adults in the room may guess what I'm going to say next. being in a leadership position does not mean you are a leader. In fact, leadership is not a position, it's a person. You should never forget that your aspirations as a leader must be to become a leader that people will follow voluntarily, even if you have no title or position. After all, leadership is an aspiration and a choice. Leadership begins with believing in yourself, having the convictions to see your dreams become reality, understanding that, yes, failure is a part of that process, and helping others gain success through your positive influence. Again, your demonstrations of leadership have helped propel you to where you are today. But how will what you have learned about leadership sustain and drive you for years to come? After all, high school is but a beginning, and true leaders understand that their success long beyond high school starts with the internal drive to use what you have learned and allow it to become, as Lincoln would say in his tree analogy, the real thing. And honestly, Michael Jordan may have said it best of all the people I've quoted. Michael Jordan said, earn your leadership every day. And while I know many of you follow LeBron, AD, or other notable ball players, those of us a bit older in the room tonight can relate to the fact that Michael Jordan followed this rule pretty darn well. Let me leave you with this. I have a quote taped to my computer at work. I've had it taped there for the better part of 10 years because I look at it every day. It speaks to me. It speaks about the work of building leadership capacity in others and striving each day to uphold unmatched character. And it reads simply, it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. Certainly, this quote could apply to many aspects of life. But for me, as I help to prepare school leaders that embody strong leadership skills and top-notch character, this one resonates strongly. I hope maybe it sticks a bit with each of you. Congratulations on this tremendous achievement. Celebrate what you have accomplished and use it as a baseline for your future. I am 100% honest when I say that, in my opinion, with all that is happening around us, never has our nation needed stronger leaders of high moral character than we do right now. Best wishes, hold your head up high, and always be proud to call this place home and OHS as your alma mater. Congratulations.
The emblem of the National Honor Society is composed of the keystone and the torch. The keystone bears as its base the letters C, S, L, and S, which stand for the 4 principles of the organization. The lighted torch represents truth and knowledge. James Monroe said, "Members of the National Honor Society strive to maintain and protect national honor. If national honor is a prized possession, then personal honor is the cornerstone for all of our activities throughout our lives. Personal honor is made up of 4 qualifications of the society: scholarship, character, leadership, and service." As the gold candle burns, its flames signify the gold wisdom. The members of the National Honor Society must maintain a 3.25 average, which is required by the National Council. The members are willing to spend time in reading and study because they know the benefits of a cultivated mind. Scholarship means commitment to learning. We should continue to learn after formal education has ended, for education only ends with life. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light, which will illuminate the future.
The light of the green candle represents character. It is the force that gives a person individuality and personality. Without it, no one can respect themselves nor hope to gain the respect of others. Character is a product of constant interaction where we daily strive to make the right choice and maintain our self-control. By demonstrating such qualities as reliability, honesty, and sincerity, we hope to prove by example that we value character. Character is a virtue that begins as a spark and becomes a glowing flame bright enough to light the way of all who see the flame.
The purple candle sends forth a bright light that marks the way for all. As leaders mark the way for those who follow. The price of leadership is a sacrifice and the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. Ours is a challenge to do more. Forget to word impossible to take the lead and say, we working together can make a difference. We can make things better. A leader has the confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. We need wise leadership to build for the future. We are to lead and by our example to teach others to lead. It is a bright torch of leadership which gives light to those who follow.
The red candle shines forth, as does the value of service, willingness to work without monetary compensation or without recognition to help us. We have duties to ourselves and to others and must be committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. We are in this country and in the school together to serve each other and give our best in every task. The light of service to others and to us leads to a life of useful happiness.
As I call the names of the new inductees, I would like to have their parents stand. Each inductee is to come forward and sign the registrar, pick up his or her membership card and pin, and stand in front. Mr. Hadley will present senior inductees with a gold cord, which is to be worn during graduation. Abby Hovatter, daughter of Brett and Angel Hovatter. Carson Jeans, son of Missy and Neil Jeans. Morgan Alber, daughter of Jody Puff. Peyton Arndt, daughter of Dick and Kim Arndt. Fallon Bueller, daughter of Jerry and Jeannie Bueller. Danny Gerstenberger, daughter of Angie Fox and John Gerstenberger. Cole Hamilton, son of Jordan and Jeannie Hamilton. Milena Keel, daughter of Tricia and Ryan Dietzenbach, Randy Keel and Sarah Scheel. Madeline McShane, daughter of Gerd and Tracy McShane, are unable to attend tonight. Ian Paul, son of Jesse and Carol Paul. Jillian Prouty, daughter of Jim and Veronica Prouty. Carter Rising, son of Bert and Cole Rising. Brody Rogers, son of Matt Rogers and Tammy Coleman. Andrew Round, son of Phil and Valerie Round. Brennan Sauser, son of Sean and Amber Sauser. Jenna Smith, daughter of Brad and Cara Smith. Lainey Smith, daughter of Tammy and Chad Benter. Kaylee Stewart, daughter of Troy and Jessica Stewart. Christian Stoller, son of Bill and Kelly Stoller. Molly Trumbley, daughter of Tyler and Amy Trumbley. Due to COVID, we were unable to host our National Honor Society induction ceremony last year. At this time, we would like to honor these current members. As I call your names, I would like your parents to stand. Each member will come forward so that Mr. Hadley can present you with an NHS pin and a gold cord, which is to be worn during graduation. Then proceed to stand near the podium. Alexis Boyce, daughter of Julie Boyce and the late Dan Boyce. Jonathan Bueller, son of Jerry and Jeannie Bueller. Samantha Duffy, daughter of Dan and Shannon Duffy. Brooke Ellis, daughter of Jennifer and Paul Ellis. Naomi Gady, daughter of Jessica Michaels and Vance Gady. Jacob King, son of John and Candace King. Kennedy Lape, daughter of Bob and Renee Lape. Ethan Studebaker, son of Rod and Brooke Studebaker. Taggart Tofola, son of Tracy and Jamie Tofola.
National Honor Society President Isabella Lopez, daughter of Francisco and Dina Lopez. All NHS members, please stand. The light from these candles represent the qualities which make up National Honor Society membership. As the light of these candles blend together, may these qualities unite in your lives. Always continue to uphold these principles and by your example promote these qualities in others. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me the National Honor Society oath. I pledge to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society, striving in every way, by word and deed, to make its ideals, the ideals of my school, and my life. You may be seated. Our NHS Vice President, Brooke Ellis, would like to give her closing remarks. When Brooke has completed her remarks, I would like all NHS members to come to the front for pictures. Ms. Lysinger will be here, I believe, to do pictures, and then also many moms and dads will want them. Go ahead, Brooke.
I want to congratulate all the members of National Honor Society for being the leaders of the school and setting an example for the people around them. Your hard work has paid off. I want to thank our speaker, Dr. Gilson, for coming out tonight. Thank you to all the parents who have supported their children to do the best that they can, and you should be proud of your students sitting here today. Thank you to school board members who came out tonight to show their support, and thank you to Mr. Clapridge for his assistance tonight. I want to give a shout out to all the people watching from home who couldn't be here. Your support is appreciated. Thank you all once again, and members, before you leave, make sure you come to the front for pictures. Have a great night.